Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Obesity Series. This is day 4. I hope you've been enjoying it. How are you finding it? I've had some feedback, and people are really hearing information they haven't heard for some time, and it's helping them, it's getting them more determined to work on their weight. And I'm so glad about that. I hope you begin to enjoy the health benefits not too long from now. So, we're back again, day 4. And we've been talking about what causes obesity. We've talked about insulin. And yesterday we introduced fasting. So we're going to build on that by talking about our mindset. There's a mindset for fasting. I tell you that the greatest challenge or hurdle we actually face on our fasting journey is our mindset. It's our mind that is the greatest hurdle. We've had it in our minds all these years and through habits of eating, and we've been conditioned to expect to eat. We'll form the habit that we need to eat, and that means eat 3 times a day, as well as fitting, at least 3 snacks in between. It's all in our mind. No, we don't have to continue to eat just out of habit. We've got to change that mindset. And we shouldn't eat just because we are bored and there's nothing else to do at meal times. All that has to change. And most people take their breakfast between the time they are ready for work and the time they get into their car to go to work. So maybe we should consider ways of eliminating that time. For example, you could stay in bed longer, getting more sleep, so that you wake up nearer to the time that you need to leave for work. Or perhaps read a book when you wake up before you start getting ready for work. So what you're trying to do is, if you're going to miss breakfast, you want to eliminate breakfast time. Okay, otherwise, because of your conditioning, you're going to feel an almost magnetic pull to go and eat even though you're not hungry. I love to read for a few minutes in the morning, so that may be something you would like to consider. But you need to be creative. You have to be creative about what to do with your usual breakfast time, so you avoid defaulting to eating even when you're not hungry, because old habits die hard. You will be tempted to go to your default position of eating even when you're not really hungry. So remember, at certain times, maybe for over the years, you've eaten at 7:30 a.m. every morning, you've had breakfast for years and years. Now, once it's 7:30 a.m., you're going to feel like eating, I tell you, because you're already conditioned to feel that way. So it's important to remember that it's a learned habit. You learned to, it's a learned habit, so you can unlearn it. Okay, habits can be unlearned. Okay, so I want you to know, we're talking about mindset, remember, that you feel like eating doesn't automatically mean you are hungry. I want these truths to sink into your mind and help you build a new mindset. That you feel like eating doesn't automatically mean you are hungry. Please get that into you. Feel free to write it in the chat, because when you write it, you see it and it sinks in. Okay, it's important to start unchaining. We have to unchain that feeling of wanting to eat from the actual need to eat. They are not the same. They are not the same. One is a want, and the other one is a need. Don't let your body fool you into fulfilling an unnecessary want. Okay, so what could you do at lunchtime if you're fasting? Could you perhaps go for maybe a 30 minutes refreshing walk around your office, rather than going straight to the staff room out of habit? Because in the staff room there will be food, there will be snacks on the table that well-meaning staff have brought in. They do that at my workplace, and I love them for doing that, because sometimes you just want maybe a biscuit or something like that. So what can you do to avoid having to go to the staff room? You have to be creative. Consider maybe fixing a phone call. Could you fix a phone call to happen at your lunchtime? Call a good friend, so that you have a lot of catching up to do. And before you know it, the lunchtime period has passed and you're back to your workstation. So that's one way. Don't forget that while you're fasting, you have to keep yourself hydrated. Please keep drinking some fluids. I never ever recommend the so-called dry fasting, which refers to going without fluids. I don't recommend that at all. You have to drink. If you don't drink, you may seem to be losing weight, but that's actually you're getting dehydrated. You're losing fluid. Don't forget, sorry, that the body is about 60% water. So you have to drink. You have to maintain your hydration. Okay. So another reason we eat is for comfort. Our bodies may be telling us, look, I'm full, I don't need food, I've got enough energy to keep going. But we silence its voice and we reach for our comfort food. You know your comfort food. I'd like to hear from you. Type into the chat, what's your comfort food? What's that food, your go-to food when you're not happy, when life is beating on you? What is that food that you go to? It's really important to listen to your body. Your body will be saying, I'm okay, I have enough energy. Don't take that comfort food, okay? Deal with whatever is making you unhappy. It might mean that you engage in some stress management, or there's meditation, or speak to a counselor or a psychologist, whatever be the case. Don't default to comfort eating. So I'm not saying that it's not tough sometimes, but I'm highlighting these reasons for eating so that you can take a critical look. You take a critical look at your own patterns of eating and recognize why you eat, when you eat, what are the triggers, what are the things that make you eat. Once we understand that we don't need to follow the usual pattern of eating that is healthy not to, it's actually okay for your health not to eat, will be liberated to only eat when our bodies truly need to eat. You can imagine the freedom, being free from. Some people are trapped by food, they are trapped by meal times. Imagine freeing yourself from all that. So, fasting truly puts you in control. Now, you can actually control your insulin levels. Remember, we talked about insulin. If you missed the previous videos, some of what I'm saying may not make sense to you. You need to go back. This is video 4. So there's been 1, 2, 3. Please go back and listen so we can build on this together. Okay. Remember, if you need any hand holding, if you feel you're struggling with your weight and you want an expert, I'm a lifestyle medicine physician. That's what I'm trained for, to help you use your lifestyle to manage your weight and other health conditions. So if you feel you need some help, please get in touch. I can help you. I and my team, we will hold your hand and will help you get to your goals. So to contact us, to get enrolled in the weight loss, is called Fab Weight Loss Academy. Send us an email to fabweightlossacademy@gmail.com and we will contact you. We want to help you. We'll be starting the next course on the 2nd of May. And we actually have a promo ending today. So get in touch quickly. Let's get you enrolled in the class. That will probably be the best thing you've done for yourself this year. I promise you that. So fasting puts you in control. Now you can control your insulin levels, your blood sugar, rather than food controlling you. I want you to get excited about what you will find out about your ability. You amaze yourself. Incorporate a different way of looking at fasting. Can you look at fasting differently? Don't see it as, oh, I'm being denied. No, see it as, oh, I'm in charge. Be open-minded enough to give it a go and you will amaze yourself. You will never know till you try it. I hope that will be your motto, and mindset. I want you to remember Angus Barbieri, the Scottish man who fasted for 382 days. I've mentioned him a few times now. Go to Wikipedia, go and read about him. Go and read and be inspired. It's such an inspiring story. He fasted for 382 days. So who says you can't fast for 1 day or 2 days or 3 days or 1 week? You can so do it, especially if you want some hand holding, will be there to help you. Okay, so let that fire up your mindset and be convinced that you can easily do a few days of fasting for your health and even longer. Have the mindset of success that you can do it. I want to ask if you've ever succeeded in anything else in the past. Is there something you've done in the past that you succeeded in? I want you to think about that past success. Maybe it was an exam you passed, or you're a manager of staff and you're doing so well at your job, or you're a mom raising Kids, raising good children, that's a tough job that doesn't get enough credit. If you're doing a good job of parenting, I want you to think about your success. Whatever it is you have succeeded in the past, dwell on it and see yourself succeeding in this also. So, in summary, summarizing today's video, the greatest hurdle in our fasting journey is our mindset. Okay, number two, we've been conditioned to eat at certain times and therefore must be creative. The key thing is be creative. Be creative about what you now have to do at the times when you would normally eat. Okay, and finally, final takeaway point, draw on your past successes or your past wins. Let them fuel your mindset to let you know you can also succeed at fasting. Right, so in the next chapter or in the next video, I'll draw more on tailoring fasting to your need. You know, we all have different circumstances, so what works for me may not work for you. That next clip will really be very important. So please stay connected. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out. I'll be talking about how you can tailor fasting to your peculiar situation. And I'll introduce you to two fasting methods I use. This will blow your mind and open you up to a lot of possibilities. So please stay connected, and I will see you on day 5 of the obesity series. Bye for now. God bless you.